Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for the upcoming week of July 24th through July 30th. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International best-selling book, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. I'd like to welcome back my loyal subscribers and followers. It's lovely to be in your energies once more, and thank you so much for liking and sharing and subscribing to my YouTube channel. It does help it tremendously to grow. And if you have found the Claire Candy Hoff YouTube channel for the very first time, let me share a little bit about myself. Through my full-time business, Angel Healing House, which I created almost 20 years ago in 2003. I am a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world. I'm also a clairvoyant, psychic tarot card reader, and also I do past life clearings and ancestral healings. And as I mentioned, I am the author of several award-winning #1 Amazon International bestsellers. Now, speaking about my channeled novels, I received this beautiful review for my touching, heartwarming book, Angels of Faith. And this person writes, Angels of Faith by Claire Candy Hoff is a rare book that touched me deeply, and each time I read it, evokes a sense of remembrance and longing for my home. As a school teacher and a grandparent, I use picture books to initiate conversations with children to deepen their level of awareness and understanding of their own inner strengths. This book has definitely become one of my favorites. My granddaughter's awareness of and interest in angels has emerged through the beautiful illustrations throughout the book. But the beauty of this book is its ability to speak to the reader, no matter what their age. There are so many important and comforting messages woven throughout this enlightening story that can help us as parents, as caregivers or friends, to answer many questions when a loved one moves on. I do love this book for its simplicity and its depth. It is a true gift to humanity. And that comes from Carol, and she is a primary school teacher in Australia. Now, to purchase my award-winning books, please do visit Amazon, or my other two novels can be purchased as audiobooks on audible.com. And if you'd like to book any of my services, intuitive counseling, where we look into your Akashic records, angel tarot card readings, as I mentioned, past life clearings and ancestral healings, and of course, there's the beautiful Reiki energy sessions, please do phone Angel Healing House, and that number is 831-277-3716, and that's Pacific Standard Time. Or do visit my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. I'd like to send a big thank you to all of those who have made donations to my PayPal account for my free weekly content. Perhaps you've received some inspiration, some motivation, direction, or clarity from these YouTubes. If you'd like to make a donation, I have left my PayPal link in the description box down below with all of my contact details. So, as we do every week, here on Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we will do a tarot card reading and we will do an oracle reading for this upcoming week. But before we do, as we do every week, let's look into the astrological heavens to see what planetary energies will be affecting us, resulting in things getting quite busy for many in the conscious collective. Now, a few days ago, we said a fond farewell to the deep, emotional, sentimental, intuitive Cancer season, because on July 22nd, the sun's spotlight shifted from Cancer season on to Leo the lion. Happy birthday to all of those spectacular Leos out there. You know, it's quite a dramatic change to go from the depths of sensitive, emotional introspection in Cancer season to then going to the extroverted, hey, look at me, energies of Leo, being ruled by the sun. Leo's energies are all about self-image and identity, exuding self-confidence and the great capacity to look on the brighter side of life no matter what is occurring. Now, these new Leo energies will help many to feel more empowered, bold, optimistic, positive, self-assured, and it'll give us a push and a bit of an urge to take action. But remember, lions live in the moment, and they spend a great deal of time preening, socializing, resting, and daydreaming as they bask in all their glory in the sun. So do remember to take time out to really enjoy your daily life. And although it is still a week away, many intuitives, many sensitives, and empaths, you may already be picking up the energies of the new moon in Leo, which is going to be on July 28th. Now, with Leo's supercharged positive energy, this will be a highly optimistic new moon, and it will be encouraging us to believe in ourselves and be confident to go after our goals and dreams. And if there's one thing about lions is, yes, they do believe in themselves. Now, the Posse of Angels, my angelic family, who I am part of, we wish to talk about the elephant in the room. And you might be looking around and saying, what elephant? Well, it's not a real elephant, but what all of these recent, certainly in the past year, these revelations, these exposures of lies and corruption are slowly but surely leading to, which is the disclosure about our galactic family. Actually, because there is no time across the veil, this event, the disclosure of our galactic family, is perceived by those in the higher realms to be here already, as we are so very close. And many of us in the conscious collective may be actually saying, yeah, we've heard about this for the last 2 years, the last 5 years, even the last 10 years since the end of the Mayan calendar in 2012 and the end of the world as we knew it. Well, the Posse of Angels wish us to take heart and to know that with each and every second that ticks by, it's bringing brighter days to planet Earth. Yes, there is much that needs to be attended to, as old corrupt structures and systems built on lies in almost every area of our lives needs to be dismantled, needs to be publicly shown, but the way forward is becoming much smoother for humanity. Now, the Posse of Angels is reminding us that each one of us signed on to be here in human form at this momentous time on planet Earth and in Earth's history to accomplish a mission, which was to help dismantle the dark by bringing greater light to the planet. And we all did this in different ways because we are all different, like snowflakes. We are all different. We have different fingerprints. And they're saying specifically for you, you have done this brilliantly with your focus and by holding higher vibrational frequencies of light and love. They wish us to know that we, as a collective here on planet Earth, are still very much on track for the very public disclosure to occur of our galactic heritage, our galactic family that we are part of. And while the Posse of Angels do not usually give us dates and times, they are suggesting that time is drawing near for this to occur, and they are suggesting that it will happen in 2024. And they're proposing that we take every single bit of the remaining time before that happens to prepare ourselves for this monumental occurrence. Now, many of us have physically started this process by changing our diets. And we're doing this because we no longer resonate with our taking on more and more light into the body. It's bringing more light to our cells, and we don't. Many of us don't resonate with the foods that we used to eat, particularly those that had preservatives, chemicals, additives, flavoring. The body now with its high vibrational light frequency, as we crystalline, we go from carbon-based bodies to crystalline bodies. The body now reads those things as poisons. And so we feel better when we eat organically, when we eat lighter, clean foods without those pesticides and chemicals. Now, many of us have cleared and cleansed ourselves emotionally, as we have found closure from people and events from our past that were triggering us and making us reactive. There are many who are consciously living their life being very vigilant as to the words they use, the thoughts they choose to think, and the feelings that they choose to perpetuate, as they know that each one of these is an energy, and it has the ability to add light and higher frequency to our bodies, or it has the ability to zap us of our energy and lower our light frequencies within. Now, one of the greatest secrets that the dark kept from humanity was the importance of our emotions and how they fed off of our lower energies of things like fear, doubt, worry, hatred, judgment, division, separation, criticism, defensiveness, competition. All of those things diminished our light frequencies within. Those that are consciously living their lives through observant focus, keeping their vibrational energy high, bright, and clear, and being of service to others will have a relatively smooth ride to that day of disclosure. Do remember that you all are masters, and that you have every ability you need to see you through the next 18 months or so, or whenever this happens. But the way people are awakening and enlightening on the planet, and the consciousness is raising, the Posse of Angels are saying that the timeline at this time, if things travel in the same way, it will be around that year of 2024. Now, in the remaining time that we have, the Posse of Angels is suggesting that when things start to come to light publicly about many atrocities that have been perpetuated on the planet to harm and destroy people, they wish us to recognize this as a closing of a very sad chapter on planet Earth, so that it will never, ever be repeated again. As always, our most important duty is to center on our powerful, sovereign, divine, multidimensional natures, and to hold love, forgiveness, and compassion for all, no matter what they have done. If you can offer help and guidance, support and assistance, and comfort to others who are not aware of what is going on, only do so without being depleted of your own high, bright, light energies. Remember, we are not here to save anybody. Each person must wake up themselves, no matter how well-intentioned we are by being the messengers. Serve as a beacon of light, as an example for others, by demonstrating your excitement, your vitality, your passion, your enthusiasm for this new world of light that's being birthed on the planet, and welcoming a new changed world of light being birthed right in front of our eyes. And what we are going through is we are going through the reclamation of our galactic heritage and our rightful place within the Galactic Federation of Worlds. And that's what it's going to feel like, is going back home as we connect with our galactic heritage. So when I went to my oracle cards, the first deck I took was this beautiful it's called Golden Insights Oracle. And the first card that came out for us was the Mask card. And its message is hidden lies, deceitful secrets. This is confirmation that the rest of 2022, and yes, into 2023, will be a time when many of these horrific atrocities that have been perpetuated on this planet to destroy and harm people will be publicly exposed. Again, the Posse of Angels wish us to know that we are powerful, independent masters, and that we have the right and authority over our lives. Although the light has already won on the planet, or we would not be seeing all these revelations and disclosures, this does not mean that the dark will not try any last-ditch efforts or false flags to scare people back into fear. But with more and more people awakening and becoming enlightened, this will not be able to have any impact, and we will be able to see through and discern what is truth and what is not. And the biggest reason for this confirmation that these new things, allegations or false flags or things will not be able to stick is the second card that came out is the Angel card. And I love that this one came out. And this one is the confirmation. Then the message is that the light has won because this is being divinely protected, divinely orchestrated, and there's divine intervention on the planet now. This whole great awakening has been orchestrated under heaven's design, and it is certainly not only angelically protected, but it has been protected and guided by our benevolent galactic family that orchestrated the chains of our dark captors, dissolved and broken to free our hijacked planet, and to restore our DNA strands so we can become those beings of light on a planet of light once more. So I love that this one came out after this one, the Mask card. In fact, the next card, the Heart card, with its message of focusing on love, is what will ultimately get us all through this shift in humanity, because it's the greatest healer of all. And this is a recommendation to stay in your heart, stay in your compassion, stay in forgiveness, and this will perpetuate high, bright light frequencies within. The next card that came out in this series is this Tree card. And the Tree card brings a message of how each and every one of us as light workers are providing a legacy to our beloved planet by contributing our light and our life force energy that is helping her to grow and to blossom and flourish into a healthy, vibrant, fully restored planet of light. As a result of this, the final Golden Insights cards comes out, which is Anchor, which is assuring us that we are anchoring in a time of security and safety with our unwavering dedication to the light and a strong and enduring bond as participants in the restoration of planet Earth. So that's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful story there that those those deceits and those lies that will be publicly coming out, know that the light has already won, or we wouldn't be seeing these things. And all of this is under God Source Creator's umbrella of divine protection and orchestration, and the intervention of not only the angelic realm, but also of our galactic family, who played such an important role in the background to all of this happening. I'm just getting massive shivers up and down as confirmation. And they have helped us every step of the way. And most of us didn't give it any recognition. So thank you so much to our galactic and interstellar family. We love you so much. Then when I went to my mystical, the Oracle of the Mystical Moments, I love this card. The Lorelei card came out. And the Lorelei card is number 31, or number 4. And number 4s are about security. They're about safety. They're about stability, a strong foundation, feeling of being balanced, feeling of being on solid ground. Now in this card, we see a mermaid sitting on a rock. And she, if you can see the rope there, she is connected to a small ship by a rope. She holds that rope in her hand, and on that ship, there is a crew of people. She has the power to decide the fate of the ship and all of its crew. She could very easily dash it on the rocks, or she could aid it along its journey. What will she choose? The mermaid is one of those beings who has suffered so much at the hands of others who treated her ill, used and abused her, as many mermaids were. Will she continue the cycle of pain, or will she allow healing and grace to calm the waters and bring peace to all? In many ways, humanity is now searching for this stability, this security and safety that was so long denied by those dark forces. But now, as things will be revealed, we do have the same choice as the mermaid, whether we will lash out in anger and resentment and bitterness and just rage, and we have the choice to continue that cycle of hatred and judgment, or will we choose the road to healing and peace? With the raising of consciousness on the planet, we know that we are all one, and what we do to another is we do to ourselves. Now, the Posse of Angels and I do wish that you and humanity find it in your hearts to forgive and choose the latter and bring peace back to our planet once again. You see, it's all a matter of perception, and it's all a matter of your choice. And what you choose, you may not think it has much of an effect, but because we are all one, that drop in the ocean would not be the same if it was, not there, and we all have an effect on the energies of the planet. So choose your energies wisely. And when I went to my animal oracle cards, Spirit Animal Oracle deck, this card came out. And it's the Bat Spirit with its message of rebirth. And it's a good indication of what many enlightened humans will choose on the planet. Bat Spirit reminds us that there's more than just an ending and a beginning here, but it's actually a metamorphosis into a whole different dimensional reality where we are able to see things from an elevated, heightened consciousness. And many in the collective, as we are changing dramatically into light beings, we are changing so much that we can now access things and see things with a whole new vision that we were not able to see before. Now, the Posse of Angels is suggesting that we deeply trust what is dying out of our lives, and that is most areas. Most areas that were built on harming and destroying humanity instead of supporting and helping it. For many, this time may feel like we are in completely unknown territory, which makes us feel like we are lost without a compass. But please do know that you're exactly where you're meant to be, and for this new beginning or rebirth to occur. They're reminding us to have faith in the divine plan, to have faith in ourselves as a new life is forming. By having that trust and faith in the rebirth that is happening on our beloved planet, we will open to shape-shift our energies for something more in alignment now to be rebirthed for us individually and for us as a collective. A rebirth is assured. I love, and the number 5 is the number of change. Let's go to the tarot cards and see what comes out for this coming week. I hope everyone's summer here in the Northern Hemisphere is going well. I know a lot of my clients are taking off on new adventures and just having a break. And the clients that I've spoken to in Australia, I hope things are not too cold for you there. Well, depending in the southern states, winter is truly upon those who are living in Adelaide and Canberra and Sydney and Melbourne. It's a little bit warmer in Brisbane and in Queensland, but I'm sending love to each and every one of you. Okay, one more shuffle. Let's see what comes out for this coming week. Let's split the deck 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And the first card coming out for us is the Death card. You know, when things are being confirmed, they're being confirmed. This is mirroring this card of a rebirth, the bat spirit. A rebirth is assured. Now, the Death card is, yes, the cycle that has been going on. Some say for 26,000 years, some say 11,000 years of darkness, and the planet having been hijacked and kidnapped is now coming to an end. And those structures and systems are being dismantled and shown for destroying humanity in order so that we can now transform into that new. And in my card, you can see that she is transforming from the physical. A death is merely from going from this physical to a different realm, to the angelic realm, and to an angelically driven planet of light that we're now going to. So this is great confirmation about the ending. And yes, the Posse of Angels are saying, don't ignore what's going on, but try to keep your ballast, try to keep your peace, and to see it as a very ugly chapter, I guess, in Earth's history that is now coming to an end in order to rebirth a new chapter on the planet. Next card coming out for us is the Strength card. The Strength card is about having the courage, and it's interesting that there is a lion there, and we are in Leo season, where we need to be courageous and we need to be brave in order to now be able to really see these atrocities so that we can face what has happened, so that they can be dismantled and never happen again. The Strength card in traditional tarot was always the breakthrough card. And the Posse of Angels are saying that from this July on, it's almost like with this new beginning and a rebirth assured, it's like the slate has to be wiped clean in order then to start building towards that. Some would say it's a solar flash, which is going to happen, and then that public display of our galactic, our galactic family ships, all of those things, but is to build up your strength over the next 18 months or until that event happens, to hold that peace within, that peace, that compassion, forgiveness, and unconditional love, and that grace within us, because each and every one of us is a master here, and to master our emotions and to be able to hold light and become those beings of light on the planet. Beautiful. They're also drawing my attention to little Lammy there. Be gentle, be kind, be generous whenever you possibly can. When I do see somebody who perhaps not makes different decisions, because my decisions are not the best decisions for other people, and perhaps I don't agree with them, everyone is here to walk their own path. And if I have suggested something to somebody and they continue to go down a path of destruction, I just say, there, but for the grace of God go I. And I don't know what their soul needs to learn from the choices that they make. And so I just continue to send them love and peace and kindness and support, and be there, not be used by them, but be a support to them. The next card that's coming out for us is the Ace of Wands. Now, by doing this, by releasing the old and allowing ourselves to vault and step into that new, lighter way of living, and having the strength to do this, having the strength and the bravery to hold on to our grace and peace during this time, it ushers in a new beginning. Look at that butterfly as a transformative time for us individually and on planet Earth as well. There are going to be so many things that are going to change as a result of this, and the changes are going to be divinely orchestrated. That's what I heard. Divinely orchestrated, setting not only our feet on an individual new path of service, but for ourselves as a collective, setting our feet on a new path, now divinely driven by God Source Creator and the galactics, our galactic family, as well as, of course, our angels and our spirit guides, to bring us to that new beginning. And that's wonderful. Next card coming out for us is the 10, which is another 1. And I'm hearing the word legacy. Legacy. Each and every one of us is here it's like we are building the future for our planet. We do it one thought at a time. We do it each word that we use, each feeling that we choose to perpetuate and choose. This is not only going to affect our lives, but it affects the life of our family on the planet. And yes, many of us will be supported in miraculous ways in order to be able to be of best service. And if you're still trying to figure out how to be of best service, the Posse of Angels are saying, please surrender that, because it's not for you to figure out. You have a divine mission here, and when the timing is right, your feet will be put on the path, and you'll be able to be utilized as a master on the planet in all your glory and greatness, to be able to bring forth your talents and your abilities and your gifts that you've been blessed with in order to contribute to the whole of humanity. And this will be like a legacy that you're leaving for the planet. So it has such a beautiful feel. And the last card is the Eight of Pentacles. Now this is the card of being recognized. It's a card of hard work, but it's being recognized for your craftsmanship, for your gifts and talents and your abilities, your skills, and for them being noticed, and you will be put to work. Well, those of us who love what we're doing, we never work a day in our lives, but your skills will be supported, and you will be showing those roles in which you can be of best service to the planet. And let's see, they're asking me to look under the deck. No wonder. Under the deck is the Ace of Cups. And this is a new emotional beginning. So we have 1, 2, 3. We started with the number 13. The number 13 is probably one of the luckiest numbers. Throughout the ages, it was demonized because it's the number of the divine feminine. And it's such a powerful, healing energy, the number 13, and it's very lucky as well. So we started off with that number, that divine feminine number. We have an 8 in the Strength card, an 8 in the 8 of Pentacles, and we have 1, 2, 3, 1 cards. I'd say that the 10 is a 1. It's like a new beginning around our legacy or our financial situations in our lives. But this is a card which is, it's divinely orchestrated for us, and our cup runneth over. And now see those lotus flowers after growing in the mud for so long, they are now opening up, and they're showing their beautiful faces or their beautiful blooms to the world, how to be utilized and how to shine ourselves forth. So that's beautiful there. So thank you, Posse of Angels, for that. To finish off with, as I do every week, let's go to our postcards from Spirit. And I love that on the back it says, "You are magic." And the postcard reads, "Dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life." Let me just stop there. This is about those public atrocities and horrific things that are going to be brought to light so that we can acknowledge it. And in acknowledging it, we can bless it for its contrast so that we can release it and never, ever, ever see it being replayed on planet Earth. Sometimes a loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. I just said the word acknowledged. Tears may be necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in a destructive way. Now, I remember I did a radio, my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio many years ago, on conscious grieving, on how to consciously grieve and not let it eat away at your soul. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break wide open. God gave us tears because he knew that we would need an outlet for those emotions to pour out of us. We don't want that for you. When pain haunts you in a destructive way, let your heart break open, feel the loss, integrate it, allow yourself to see the beauty that was, the lessons that were learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, ever more of you remains. It gets better. It does get better and better. They promise, we promise you. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. And ultimately, love heals all. We are loving you, sending you love, always and forever. So, the most important thing that happens when a lot of these atrocities are shown to us publicly is to, yes, acknowledge it, just simply acknowledge it. You don't have to take sides. You don't have to even discuss it. Is just to allow it to be seen, allow it to be, as I said, acknowledged, and then allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, because our emotions are very important. And it's not just from an intellectual point of view, it's from our hearts that we operate in the higher dimensional frequencies. The first card that just popped out for us is Little Luxuries. From my Making Magic, Manifesting Your Dreams. It's Little Luxuries, generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. So in each and every day, as I said to a client yesterday, if you believe and you feel, not so much believe, if you feel that you're rich and you're wealthy and you're prosperous, no matter what you have in your bank account, no matter how much money you have in your wallet, or no matter what material things you have, the richness that you feel, the universe reads that as abundance. And it reads that as you having a luxurious life. And then because of those laws of attraction, you draw those things of luxury and abundance to yourself, whatever that luxury means for you. So they're saying, at this time, maybe, as we go into Leo seasons are very much like Librans. They're about, about their identity and their self-confidence, and that, how they wear themselves is very important to them, how they show that to the world. So perhaps it's been some time that you've allowed yourself to have a little luxury, maybe that is a massage. Maybe that is a pampering day. Maybe that's just taking some time off, packing a picnic lunch and going, sitting by some water, and listening to some beautiful, beautiful nature sounds, beautiful music. You don't have to spend a lot of money in order to bring that feeling of luxury and being wealthy and rich, and no matter what we acquire, it doesn't matter what we acquire. It's the feeling. It's the feeling that we give ourselves from a supposed new thing or whatever that is. But if you feel that way and you really, really take that down deep in your heart, then you will attract a luxurious life to yourself of abundance in all shapes and forms. So let's go to the next card. See if I can get a jumper. Come on, Posse of Angels. Let's see if I can get a jumper here. If not, I'll choose a card. Oh, too many. Too many. Okay. Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to choose card. Okay. All right. I'll choose this one. Prosperity. I just spoke about wealth and prosperity. A prosperous business with riches and success. Watch your words. I am rich. Anything after I am, you're taking a chisel and a hammer and you're chiseling that into marble. I am rich. I am abundant. I am wealthy. I am whatever after that. And the universe doesn't ask, say, but you only have $10 in your wallet. Or the universe doesn't say, oh, but look at your bank balance. It goes on your feeling. So prosperous. I am prosperous. And in every moment, and I've said this on my programs, is I open to receive all of the abundance that the universe has on offer for me in any space, time, and dimension, in any form, for the fulfillment of my heartfelt desires. The next card is you bring light to the world. And that is the way that the universe you get the universe's attention by your light frequencies. and by that high vibrational energies that you hold. I hope all of that has been helpful to you. Remember that you can also connect with me on Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio, now in its 11th year. And I hope to hear from you calling into Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio, because I have, over the last 11 years, I've taken callers for free mini angel readings into the show. So I hope to hear and see your number light up on that switchboard. If you're interested in any of my services, intuitive counseling, where we look into your Akashic records and we look to see why you've drawn certain people and events to yourself, past life clearings and ancestral healings, for you to be able to finally put to rest any sabotaging blocks or issues that need to be cleared. And certainly there's my beautiful angel, remarkable revealing angel tarot card readings with my angelic family, of course, the Posse of Angels, and those Reiki energy, transformative, tranquil, calm, serenity, bringing back energies, either in my office here in person in Santa Monica, or online through distant healing. Please do call Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716, or you can go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. Go out, everyone, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself, and I'm wishing you love and, as always, angel blessings. And I look so forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.